Hi besties, welcome back. I'm sorry for coming late to this particular live. Something came up and I had to fix it. So I'm so sorry. So first of all, welcome to my YouTube channel. And today we are going to be discussing something very important. And that is how to preserve your meat pie to last for more than 1 week, 2 months, or even 3 months. I know that most of you must have gone to, let's say, shopping malls, most of all these bakeries, and you're wondering, how do these people preserve their meat pie to last for sometimes 2 weeks, sometimes even 2 months, or even 3 months? Yes, and I am here to clear your doubts. Yes, you can actually preserve your meat pie for more than 2 weeks and it is still going to taste fresh. Let's say, for instance, you have a bakery. If you're just joining us, you are welcome. We're just here to learn. I'm just here to teach you something, and you're going to really get value from this that I'm teaching you. So if you're just joining, welcome. You can just like this live so that it will just keep on going, because I just want to talk, I just want to teach, and you can still answer your questions. So I don't really want anybody to cut me short. So you can still ask your questions. So first of all, how do you preserve your meat pie to last for at least 2 weeks or 2 months or even 3 months? Most of all those meat pies you eat in the eateries, once it remains, they have a way they preserve it. Do you understand? So that is what we are going to be discussing today. So first of all, after making your meat pie, after baking your meat pie, the first step towards preservation is what? Is make sure that you allow your meat pie to cool down. It is very important. Some of you don't even allow your meat pie to cool down before you start packaging it inside your nylon or your leather or whatsoever. Allow your meat pie to cool down. That is very important. Allow it to cool down for at least 1 to 2 hours. Do you understand? It is very important, because if you package your meat pie when it is still warm, it aids or it spoils faster. Do you understand? And it also helps bacteria to form. Blessing Chidera, thank you for the likes. If you're just joining, you can like this live. Yes, but I don't leave it to cool down. You have to allow your meat pie to cool down. Do you understand? All right, there is no problem. Do you allow it to cool down? Once you allow it to cool down, I'm talking about those that would like to leave their meat pie for like 2 weeks, that would like to store their meat pie for like 3 months. This is the people I'm talking about. I'm not talking about for those that after making your meat pie, you just want to sell it off. No. After making your meat pie, you want to store it for a longer time. This is what I'm talking about here. Do you understand? Now, also, if you want your meat pie to last much more longer, please avoid watery filling. Your filling, that is those fillings you pour inside your meat pie, it should not be too watery. It should be at least dry. Blessing. Okay, now, yes. For those that, if you want to store, I'm talking about for those that want to store their meat pie for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, even 2 months or 3 months. Let's say, for instance, you're into meat pie business and someone comes and orders meat pie from you and tells you, okay, please, so I want you to make at least 1,000 pieces of meat pie. How are you going to go about it? What are you going to do? Do you understand? There are secrets to all these things. It is very important. Now, though I will still come to that. Now, first of all, after making your meat pie, allow it to cool down. And also, no, you are not late. Nobody is late. We are just starting. And also, after allowing your meat pie to cool down, make sure what your fillings, like when you're making your meat pie, you know, your carrots, your those your ingredients now, that's your carrots, your Irish, your oil, whatsoever you're adding into it. Please and please, I beg you all, don't allow it to be too watery. That is why when you go to the shopping malls or any bakery to buy your meat pie, you will notice that their fillings is not always watery. The fillings is just normal. Do you understand? So if you want your meat pie to last much longer, don't allow your fillings to be too watery. Then, after allowing your meat pie to cool down, if you want to store it for more than 2 weeks or for more than 2 to 3 months, all you need to do is get a foil. We all know what is foil. This silver like paper. You can get a foil. You can get a cling film. If you have, for instance, you have 10 meat pie, begin to wrap the meat pie one after the other in your foil or in a cling film. Do you understand? Please, if you are just joining this live, you are welcome. I don't really have time for pleasantries right now, please. I will want my meat pie to last longer, but the filling always gets gummy the next day, and it's never watery, and it always gets cooled down. Okay, now it depends on how, this is Nina, it depends on how you make your meat pie, because if you make your, how do you make your meat pie filling? Somebody is saying that her meat pie filling becomes gummy after the next day. That means maybe the way you're making your fillings, you're not making it right. Make sure you heat your oil a little bit. If you want your meat pie filling to be very to last longer, see, heat your oil, pour in your onions, fry it a little, pour in your pepper, fry it a little. Do you understand? Pour in all those your condiments, your Maggi cubes and whatever, fry them a little bit. Then your Irish potatoes, you have sliced it into cubes, isn't it? Pour it into your oil and pour in water, cover it and allow it to cook. After it becomes a little bit soft, you are good to go. Even though you can still fry it a little bit so that it won't be too oily and it won't be too watery. And if it is too watery, you can add what we call cornstarch. Do you understand? So I think you understand that part. I put small water because now water for Nigeria. Yes, it's not about the water. Do you fry your fillings? How do you prepare your fillings? That is the most important thing. How do you prepare your fillings? Because if you don't prepare your meat pie fillings properly, you will notice that what it will spoil the next day. So please make sure you do the frying method. Bleach your oil, allow your oil to be hot, then pour in some salt, then add in some onion, fry it a little bit, add in your carrot, fry it a little bit, add in your let's say your pepper, fry it a little bit. Your fillings can never get spoiled. Do you understand? Yes, so that is just it. Yes, so I think you've taken that correction. So for those of you watching, if you want your meat pie filling to last longer, please make sure you do the frying method. You can still ask your questions and don't put too much water. If you put too much water, add cornstarch so that it will thicken. Now, just as I was saying, number one, after allowing your meat pie to cool down, okay, sorry, my network just got stuck. You want to save your meat pie for 2 to 3 weeks back, so allow your meat pie to cool down, then get a cling film or a foil. If you have 10 meat pie, begin to wrap each of the meat pie in a cling film or in a foil. Make sure you wrap it very well. Do you understand? Now, after wrapping them individually, get a container or a bucket. Do you understand? And pour in all the meat pie inside that bucket or inside that container. Or if you don't have a container, you can get what we call a Ziploc bag. Please note, don't just pack your meat pie like that and pour it inside a Ziploc bag. Make sure you wrap them with a foil or a cling film, one after the other. Don't worry, I will still tell you in case you have like an order, somebody ordered for like, let's say 100 meat pie from you, 200 meat pie from you. How are you going to handle that type of order? I am going to tell you how to handle it. Do you understand? Now, after wrapping your meat pie one after the other, pour it into what? Pour it into your cling film or into a container. When you pour it into that container or in a cling film, remember, as you are pouring it, you have already wrapped each of the meat pie with a leather or with a cling film. Sorry, it's my first time coming in someone live in YouTube. Please, how can I go live? Please, this is not what we are discussing here. Please, I'm even trying to I'm trying to save my time right now. Please. So as I was saying, your meat pie, make sure you wrap it in a leather, in a cling film, or in a foil. Then pack all those 10 meat pie, put it in a container. It should not be too jam-packed. Arrange it in a container or arrange it inside a cling film and zip it. Make sure the container you are using, it is airtight. Air will not enter into it. Then what should you do? You now carry that container or that Ziploc bag and put it inside your freezer. We have freezer and we have fridge. Do you understand? I know that some of you have gone to supermarkets. They will make a lot of meat pie and you think that they will sell everything off. If they don't sell it off, this is what they do. This is their method of storage. I have worked in a bakery, so I am telling you this as a first-hand information. Because some of you might still go into meat pie business, or maybe one day somebody might order for meat pie or whatsoever. So I'm just giving you this. They say knowledge is power. Once you have this knowledge, it has stuck to your brain, and the information can be used by you any day, anytime. You can also drop your questions if you have any relating to this particular question. Please make sure you like this live. Like this live. This is the only favor you can do me. Now, place that container in your freezer. We have the difference. We have fridge and we have freezer. When you put a particular product in your freezer, it freezes it. It becomes ice block. But when you put a particular product in your fridge, what happens? It just makes it to be very, very cold. It won't freeze. It won't turn to ice block. So if you want your meat pie to last for 2 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, and I promise you, it is still going to taste very fresh. I promise you, it is still going to taste very, very fresh. Please make sure you freeze it. Let me just recap for those that just came in. Then I will now tell you what to do when you have, let's say, like so many orders. How you're going to pre-make your meat pie and store it. Yes, you can actually pre-make your meat pie. You won't even bake it that same day. Any day you want to, come and bake it. Because I know that some of you might be wondering, what of all these people that normally have, like, let's say 30 meat pie orders, sorry, I said 30, 1,000 meat pie order. What if you have 1,000 meat pie order? Are you going to bake it maybe that day and still go? No, you have to what? You have to make it ahead of time. And making it ahead of time, there are secrets to making that. So please make sure what? If you want your meat pie to last for more than 2 weeks, first of all, this is what you do. After baking your meat pie, first of all, when making your meat pie, make sure that your filling, it is not too watery. Make sure your filling is very thick and it is as dry as possible so that your filling will not get spoiled on time. Secondly, after baking your meat pie, please make sure that make sure you allow the meat pie to cool down. Make it to cool down. After getting it to cool down, get a nylon, get a cling film, or you can get a foil and begin to wrap your meat pie one after the other. After wrapping your meat pie one after the other, then arrange it inside a container or inside your Ziploc bag. After arranging it inside your Ziploc bag, what you need to do is cover that container properly, or you zip your Ziploc bag properly. Please, air should not enter it. Then what do? Place it inside your freezer, please. So I said freezer. Freezer is when you put anything in your freezer, within 24 hours, everything will turn to ice block. Please put it in your freezer. Then if you want your meat pie to last for like up to like, let's say 2 to 3 days or 5 days, you can place it in your fridge. Do you get? Okay, somebody said I'm over rushing. Okay, sorry for over rushing. Do you get? So that is just it. So please, if you don't get any question, just you can ask your questions, and I'm going to Blessing Chidera, in case you don't understand anything, you can also ask me. Now, let's say for instance, after making your meat pie, isn't it, and has been frozen in your freezer. It has frozen in your freezer. Now, let's say you want to use it the next day. Let's say my meat pie is inside the freezer and it has become frozen. How do you use it the next day? Or there are two methods that you can use a frozen meat pie. First of all, let's say for instance, today is Thursday. Let's say for instance, tomorrow is Friday. And someone said that please, so they want my meat pie, and I already have some meat pie that is frozen inside my fridge. Remember, we have 10 meat pie that is frozen inside our refrigerator, isn't it? So all I just need to do is that I will go and remove the meat pie from my freezer and put it in my fridge. There is difference between freezer and fridge. Freezer will make your products to become ice block, solid ice block, while normal fridge will just make your product to be very, very cold. So if you are ready to use your meat pie the next day, this person say, ma, can you be my teacher? I'm already teaching you now, Blessing Chidera. I'm already teaching you here. So if you want your meat pie if you want to use your meat pie, let's say for tomorrow, bring it out from the freezer, place it in your fridge. Do you understand? Place it in your fridge and leave it overnight. Go and sleep. Then the next morning, bring it out from your fridge and put it directly into your oven. Arrange it on your baking tray and put it directly into your oven and preheat and bake it so it will be very, very hot. Anyone that eats that meat pie will not know that your meat pie has lasted for more than 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month or more, as long as you have consistent electricity and it was properly blocked. If you have a question, you can drop your question. Do you understand? So that's it for that. Secondly, if your meat pie is inside the freezer and you want to supply, what you need to do is what? Remove it from the freezer. Once you remove it from the freezer, place it on your baking pan. Once you place it on your baking pan, put it inside your oven. Please, before putting it inside your oven, make sure you preheat your oven. One day I'll still take out time to teach you guys the importance of preheating. Make sure your oven is hot. Then put your meat pie inside your oven and make it hot and it is ready to serve. And if it remains for that day, go back to the you can still follow this method of preservation and you are good to go. Now, as a baker, one day somebody might say, please, I need like 100 meat pie. Please like this video. That is the only way you can support me. Thank you so much. And please, you can drop your questions if you have any. Drop your questions if you have any. And also, now, let's say for instance, someone ordered for like, let's say 300 meat pie from you. Or let's just say 1,000 meat pie. If somebody orders for 1,000 meat pie from you, you don't need to be scared. You don't have to be scared. You can do it. Now let me tell you what you do. Because we used to do it like that way back at the bakery. All you just need to do is what? After making your meat pie, do you understand? After making your meat pie and making, okay, what if you don't have a fridge but you have only freezer? It is fine. That is fine. All you need to do is that if you have a freezer, what if you don't have a fridge but you have a freezer? Let's say for instance, after freezing your meat pie and you want to use it the next day, all you just need to do is that what, you know, I told you guys that if you want to use your meat pie the next day, remove it from the freezer and bake it directly, or remove it from the freezer, put it in your fridge and allow it the next morning before baking. So it all depends on you. Just choose the one you can work with. Do you understand? So even though you don't have a fridge, it is not a problem. Remove it from your freezer and bake directly in your oven. I do that sometimes. There is no problem with that. Do you understand? So I just hope you understand. So if you understand, you can just tell me you understand. So that is just it. Please do me a favor and like this video. So that is just it. So let's say I was giving an example. Let's say for instance you get a meat pie order, and that meat pie order is, okay, someone said, okay, please, so baker A, I need like, let's say 300 meat pie, I need like 500 meat pie. You can start baking ahead of time. Sorry, temperature. Okay, please, what do you mean by temperature? Do you mean the oven temperature or your, I don't know, what do you mean by temperature? So what I was saying is that what, you can start baking what, ahead of time. After making your meat pie, put in your meat pie filling, seal up your meat pie. Don't bake it. This process, I'm talking about those that maybe you have a lot of meat pie orders. You can start baking ahead of time. Just the way you can make your cake and start baking ahead of time, you can also make your meat pie ahead of time. Is it already baked pie that we are going to preserve? Yes. Yes. The fridge temperature number, seriously, I don't know. I cannot tell you the temperature number, but all I can say is that, like, for my freezer now that is here, just place the button is on freeze. You will see that button on freeze. So I don't know the kind of freezer you're using. Just put it on the highest. It should be on freezer. It should be on freeze. Do you get? I have finished talking about how to preserve your baked meat pie. Now I want to teach you how to preserve your, so it will not, Blessing Chidera said, so that it will not block. What will not block? If you want to preserve your baked meat pie for more than 2 weeks, for more than 2 months, or for more than 3 months, please and please listen, it must block. It must be blocked. Okay, ma, we just need to warm it in the oven after bringing it out from the fridge. Yes. Once you bring it out from the fridge, from your freezer to your fridge to your oven, or from your freezer, as it is very blocked like that, like stone, just put it in your oven. You are good to go. Yes. Oluwafemi said, okay, ma, we just need to warm it in the oven after bringing it out from the fridge. Yes, that is, remember, if you want your, please, for those that are just joining us now, let me just say the summary of what I've said before I go to the how to preserve your raw meat pie. You know, you can also preserve your raw meat pie. So before we go, let me see. Okay, I will need to, let me put this my stuff on charge. Oluchukwu said, what about fried meat pie? The same process. The same procedure. Wait, sorry, let me put my, Sorry guys, let me put my this thing on charge. Okay, I just hope you can see me. My phone is charging. Okay, just the way I said, please listen to me carefully, because meat pie is a very sensitive topic. Do you understand? It is a very sensitive topic. Please let me just summarize all that I have said before I now teach you how to preserve your raw meat pie. First of all, after baking your meat pie or after frying your meat pie, please make sure that your filling, that is the filling inside the meat pie, please make sure it is not too watery. It should just be normal thick. It's not too dry, it's not too watery. Do you understand? Because if it is too watery, you will notice that it might spoil much more faster. Then secondly, allow the meat pie to cool down. After allowing it to cool down, get a clean film, a foil paper or any nylon, and begin to wrap your meat pie one after the other inside the nylon or inside the foil. After wrapping it, get a container and arrange your meat pie inside, or get a Ziploc bag and arrange your meat pie inside. Then place it inside your what? Inside your freezer, not fridge. Freezer would make your meat pie to be what? To become block. That is it. Then anytime you want to use the meat pie, let's say you want to use it tomorrow, all you just need to do, there are two processes. Chidera, thank you so much for making this live interesting. Please do me a favor, like this live, and like this live. Thank you. If you have a question, you can ask me. Then if you want to use your meat pie tomorrow, all you just need to do is what? Remove it from the freezer, place it inside your fridge, go and sleep, leave it overnight. Then the next morning, arrange your meat pie on your baking tray and what? And bake. Or remove your meat pie from the freezer, place it what? In your baking pan and bake directly. So now let us go to what? Let us go to how do you preserve your raw meat pie. You can make your raw meat pie ahead of time and bake it anytime you want to bake. Will oil not enter the fried meat? Excuse me. Will oil not enter the fried meat when you bring it out and refry it? Which oil? Oil from where? Chef Trish. Hey, hello, Sugar Sis. How you doing? Please, you guys, Chef Trish is also here. You can follow her on her YouTube channel. She's also doing an amazing job on her YouTube channel. You can also, Chef Trish is here. You can also follow her on her YouTube channel at Chef Trish. She's also giving out amazing recipes. Also on her Facebook, she's also giving out amazing recipes. You can follow Chef Trish. She's on YouTube. Subscribe to her YouTube channel for more amazing cake recipes. You would learn a lot from I've seen her recipes. Her recipes are amazing. Her recipes are very, very amazing. Chef Trish, you are welcome. I love what you do. Okay, I'll be following you. All right, thank you so much, Chef Trish. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Chef Trish. I'm also one of your subscribers on YouTube, and you have been doing an amazing job. And guys, you can follow Chef Trish. She has amazing recipes. Her recipes are legit. Her recipes are good. You can follow her on, you can subscribe to her YouTube channel. And also you can also follow her on Facebook. So that is it. Okay, please, what about us that don't have fridge or freezer yet? How can we preserve our raw and baked meat pie? Seriously, I cannot lie to you. This is the only way. This is the only way. Sorry, I've been having running nose for the past. Sorry guys, I've been having cough and catarrh for the past God knows when, but I'm taking drugs. Chidera say, okay, please, what about us that don't have, if you don't have fridge or freezer, sometimes even with preservative, your meat pie cannot even last for more than 5 days or even 3 days. So please, you can use your neighbor's freezer. Please, the baked meat pie should be baked for how many minutes? After taking it out from the freezer, 30 minutes is okay. 30 minutes is okay. Sometimes 15 minutes. On moderate heat, 30 minutes is okay. It should be very, very hot. Wow, thank you so much, Chef Tresh. Wow. Chef Tresh just sent me 2,000 naira. Thank you so much, Chef Tresh. May God bless you. Bless you and replenish your pockets in 100 folds. Simio, I don't get airtime for today. Hey, Chef Tresh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. Guys, please help me and appreciate Chef Tresh. She just sent me 2,000 naira. Thank you so much at Chef Tresh. You can also check her out, just the way I've told you guys. Her YouTube channel is also very amazing. You can also learn from her. Thank you so much, Chef Tresh. I really appreciate. Guys, you can see Chef Tresh at the comment section. Please check out her YouTube channel. I'm not kidding. She has a lot of recipes there. You can still learn from her. You can learn from her recipes. And you can also follow her on, Facebook. I don't know if she's on Instagram, but she's someone I follow on Facebook very well. I follow her on Facebook and YouTube. So please. Yes, please, so people should help me and thank Chef Tresh. Thank you so much, Chef Tresh. Please, guys, check out her. Please help me to like Chef Tresh YouTube channel. Check out her YouTube channel. When I tell you to do something, just do it. Her recipes are very, very nice. Her recipes are very, very good. So you can also follow her recipes. You know, someone said variety is the spice of life. You need to have varieties for your life to be very, very interesting. So that is just it. Chef Tresh, thank you so much for the gifts. I really appreciate. This person said, love it for please ma, can I mix my meat pie dough and keep it in the... Yes, you can. We are talking about raw meat pie now. Ruth Ifa said, thank you, Chef Tresh. I will follow you to okay rest. Please, guys, people should follow Chef Tresh. She's doing an amazing job on her YouTube channel and also on her Facebook. Yes. So as I was saying, somebody just asked a very, very important question. She said, can you mix your meat pie dough and keep it in the fridge till the next day? Yes. Yes, you can. In fact, you can make your meat pie, put in your filling, put it in your freezer, freeze it in your freezer till whenever you want to bake it. Do you understand? If you have, let's say for instance now, have you ever asked yourself, I know that some of you have seen bakers that will tell you that they have 100 meat pie order, 200 meat pie order, 1,000 meat pie order. Do you think they start baking it within 2 days or 1 day? No. Mix your meat pie. After mixing your meat pie, roll your meat pie, pour in your filling, seal it up. Do you understand? Put it in your freezer till whenever you want to bake it. But please make sure you wrap it in a foil or in a cling film. Once you wrap it in a foil or in a cling film, place it, arrange it in a container. Look for a container, arrange it in a container. After arranging your raw meat pie in a container, in a container, blessing Chidera, seriously, your comment is making me to laugh. She said, at least when that's your connection, finish, I feel put again. All right, no problem. Thanks for the support. Thank you so much for the support. Blessing Chidera said, in America, what happened in America, please? Opeyemi said, thank you, Chef Trish. I have followed you now. Thank you so much, Opeyemi. Please, after this live, go through Chef Trish, go through her YouTube. Just click on her profile, go through her YouTube. You will see a lot of amazing recipes. Just the way I tell you, you know, most of you, do you know my problem with most of you online? Most people online think that the recipes we give out for free are fake. Yesterday, I posted a lady that is making a living. She makes at least 15,000 naira from the recipes I taught. She makes at least money. She's a stay-at-home single mother, but now she's making a lot of money from my recipes. So please, anytime you see a baker sharing a free recipe, it doesn't mean that it is not legit. We can also monetize our recipe. Love it, for thank you, ma. I am a baker for 2 years, but I must say you are the best teacher ever. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Love it, for. When some of you see these free recipes online, you will think that we are just giving it out because it doesn't have any value. It has a value. It has a very big value. Do you understand? You can see, even my cake recipe, I can start selling for 5,000 naira, 10,000, and people will still buy. But I decide to give it out for free. People that believe in my recipe are really making a lot out of it. So please, one person I will also recommend you to try to follow her up is Chef Trish. She's doing an amazing job. Try to follow her on Facebook. I think she posts a lot of recipes every day on Facebook. And also try to subscribe to her YouTube channel. Is it advisable to mix your meat pie using cold water to achieve that crunch? Yes. If you want to get a flaky meat pie, everything you are going to use should be very cold. Your butter should be very cold. Your water should be chilled, ice cold block water, so that you get that flaky meat pie. Do you understand? So that is it. So you can actually make your raw meat pie, freeze it in your freezer, and anytime you want to bake it, you come back to it. So all you just need to do is what? After making your raw meat pie, after sealing it, in fact, what I even do is that if I have a meat pie order that is too much, all I just need to do is what? After mixing my dough, the next day I will make the filling. The next upper day I will make the whole meat pie and everything. I will now store the raw meat pie in my freezer. Once I store the raw meat pie in my freezer, all you just need to do is what? Anytime you want to use it, or maybe you want to use it tomorrow, all you just need to do is what? Bring it out from the freezer and place it in your fridge. Then the next day you can bake. It's just like samosa wraps. Hope you know that your samosa wraps, your spring roll, samosa wraps, your spring roll and samosa, you know, after making the samosa whatever and spring roll, don't refrigerate it. What you do is you freeze it. It should be ice block. This person, Hattie Cake, said, thank God I don't miss this class. Oh, thank you so much. You are welcome. And I hope you learned something in this class. This is something that no baker is going to tell you. No baker is going to tell you this secret I'm telling you. Most people will tell you their meat pie is fresh. You will hardly see a fresh meat pie. Do you know why? Meat pie is very, very stressful. Nobody will tell you. No, see, ba, if you see meat pie in the market or in shopping malls, at least, I'm beating my chest, at least 90% of that meat pie is not fresh. It was freezed. They freeze it. Anytime they want to use it, they'll bring it out and bake it. Blessing Chidera, that is it, ma. Please continue to teach us so that your credit will not fail. Because someone in America ordered for 900 meat pie. Please continue. I love the teachings. Please, ma, continue. All right, no problem. Thank you so much. Blessing Chidera has been so active here. Oluwafemi, but the raw dough, ma, are we going to? Yes, you're going to wrap it now. Because if you don't wrap it, you will notice that what? You will notice that the water, the moisture from your fridge would enter into that your dough. And when you now start mixing it the next morning or the next day, you will now notice that what? It is too watery. So please wrap it in a foil, then put it in a container and freeze it. Let's say you want to use that your dough, like let's say next month or let's say tomorrow. Remove it from your freezer, place it in your fridge. Then the next day, you can now use it. Yes, no baker will tell you. Yes, I'm beating my chest. No baker will tell. This is a top tier secret. Nobody will tell you this. Do you understand? Nobody will tell you. It's only me that will tell you. Do you get? Please, guys, people should help me and thank Chef Tresh. She just gave me 2,000 naira. Thank you so much, Chef Tresh. I really appreciate. Please check out Chef Tresh Facebook. Check out her YouTube. She's doing an amazing job. If you allow the meat pie to defreeze, will it spoil? It will not spoil. Don't leave it for so long. Allow it to defreeze. But I advise you, remove your meat pie from the freezer. Place it in your fridge. Then bake it directly to the oven. Take it directly to the oven. Or remove it from your freezer. Take it directly to your oven. You have two options. These are the only two options I have tried and it has worked for me. I have never allowed my meat pie to defreeze. All you just need to do is what? From your freezer to your fridge. When you wake up the next morning, you bake your meat pie. Or from your freezer to your oven, you bake. Oluwafemi, I am happy to be here. You are welcome there. Blessing there. Okay, thank you. My phone is about to off. How can I get this lecture back again, ma? I don't want to miss it, ma. Okay, all you just need to do after this live, YouTube is going to upload it permanently on this YouTube channel. So after this live, I think just give them like 30 minutes. They are going to upload it permanently, so you can still come back to this live. So thank you so much for joining me. Okay, Efe, right? Efe, thank you so much for joining. You are welcome. So guys, that is it for that. So let me just summarize all that I have said. Please, if you have a question, no matter how silly that question is, I am here. That is the essence of this life. When you join my live video, you can ask any question that you want and I'll be here to answer you. But you know, sometimes when you go to the comment section to ask questions, I might not see your comments. I might be answering other comments. But whenever you come to my live, you have the opportunity to ask as many questions as you want. I'm going to reply you. Do you understand? Hearty cakes. Thanks for your guide. You are welcome. You are welcome. Do you understand? Yes, so that is it. Thank you so much, Chef Tresh. I really appreciate. May God replenish your pockets in 100-folds. Thank you so much for your for all your likes, your shares, your comments. I really appreciate. So now let me just summarize everything that I have said. I don't want this live to exceed 1 hour. I've already spent 44 minutes on this live. So let me just summarize everything that I have said in the simplest way possible. Even a primary 1 student can understand it. Thank you. Okay, Olufinke, thank you so much for your teachings at all times. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Thank you so much. You're welcome. So, besties, let me just summarize everything that I have taught you for today. How to preserve your meat pie. We have the baked meat pie and we have the raw meat pie. Sorry, I'm coming. Sorry, my